Hi and welcome to a new video. In this video I want to do a review and unboxing of this CZURFancySPro S. So this is a document scanner, but also can be a webcam, it can be a video streaming device as well. It does have a 12 megapixel camera built into it, so it does take high resolution. Also you can see here the flexibility of the arm, so you can see here you can pivot on these 2 points here, and also it is extendable up, so it can also scan documents up to A3 size, and you can plug it into your Mac or Windows, and you can, as I said, you can use it for web streaming, and also like this where you do overhead shots and things like that. Currently I use just an iPhone above the products and everything else, so it would be good to see in the future if I can swap to using this device. For transparency, just to let you know, this company did send it to me free of charge, but they are not going to see the video edit or anything like that before it's released to you, so it's my own transparent and everything else honest opinion about the product. So okay, so packaging wise, unboxing will be straightforward. You can see here it's quite a premium packaging it comes with. So we've got the sleeve here. It hasn't got much on there, just about the product as we said, and the company name, and even on the back here it just has some information about the scanning, but we'll go into more detail about that later on, as you can see here. So opening it up, as you can see, as I said, it does feel very premium, and it's good to see the packaging and everything else, you know, through transit and everything nowadays. It seems to be the parcel services seem to be in a bit more of a rush, so it's good to see the products are protected, especially as this is kind of a document scanner as well. So you can see here straight away you get an adapter. So as again, nowadays companies seem to be charging you extra for cables, adapters and power adapters and things like that. So it's good to see they've included a USB type A to C. So as we can see here, the actual connection excuse me, is type A USB. So you can just basically, if your computer or device is only USB-C, you can just push it on like that and it will plug straight into it. So it's good to see that. Again, you don't really need type C on here. I think everyone still has a type A port on their laptops and computers and things like that, and also it doesn't need a lot of throughput, so you don't really need the speeds and everything else. So you've got some nice little packaging here. Again, you've got some foam there to protect it as it's transporting, but again, this thing is pretty solid when it was coming through, and it came in another cardboard box as well. So you can see here you've got a quick start guide. So again, it's very straightforward, but at least they've actually included it, so it's always good to see. So you can see here where you can pivot the actual arm. I'll put this on screens and make it more clearer for you so you can see it. So you can see here where you can adjust and pivot the actual 2 points there and the adjustable arm. So you can do an overhead shot. Again, it's up to A3 in size. You can scan documents. Again, as you said, it can be like a selfie or macro mode or side view. You can see here, so you can pivot and rotate it as well. So it's got multiple purposes kind of thing. So you've got some buttons on top, and we'll have a look at those in a minute. But the details here, you've got exposure. So you can add and minus exposure. You have a power light, so you have a light built into this as well, like a flash. So if it's quite dark, I think you have 3 different levels of light as well, so you can adjust it on the buttons on top. Also, you've got the focus button on the on here, and then also there's a switch here for autofocus. So at least then you just leave it on and you don't have to worry about it. So it's good to see that all the controls are all in a nice kind of place. The cable is quite big as well, so it's good to see. So sometimes these kind of document scanners I had previously were like super short cables, and it was a bit annoying. So I had to get a USB extension cable. This one's pretty lengthy, so it's a go to most back of even a desktop PC kind of thing. So that's good to see as well. So let's just actually take the product out. I'll put the packaging down. So as you can see here is, again, the base is nice and strong. And weighted as well, so it's good, and it's got a nice like rubber feet on it, so it's not going to be slipping and everything, so that's good to see. As we said there, we've got the 2 pivot arms here, so you've got the pivot here and here, Also you can adjust them, so you can tighten them up, as we said about the extension as well, so you can go up and you can feel the nice strength in there as well, so it's good. It's not weak or, you know, cheap kind of plastic. This one is actually, here is a metal base. You can feel it's quite cold still, so it does have some kind of weight to it, and build quality and everything, so it doesn't feel like it's going to break anytime soon. So you can see here where you can extend it quite easy and it stays in place kind of thing, so it's not going to be going to wobble around. So that's what's good as well on your desk. So you can see underneath here as well, where you've got the actual on the light here. So you've got, that's what we were saying about the 3-stage light, and of course you've got the camera lens here as well. It does have a microphone built into it, so you can, like they said, you can use it for webcam. But also, you, as we can see here as well, you do have the, like we said, the buttons here for autofocus and exposure, and things like that, and the lights as well. So it's a 3-stage light, as I said. So as a product, it's very good. I'm quite impressed with the build quality of the product. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to plug it into my Mac, and we'll see what software we can use to actually run it on, and also we'll see what kind of the quality of the documents it scans and things like that. So we'll move on to that now. So as you can see here, I'm just quickly doing a demonstration of actually recording video, so you can see frame rates and things like this. So most of my videos are actually at 30 frames per second. So you can see here, this is one of my YouTube videos that I've done, and you can see here, this is the actual recording straight through the actual camera, the 12 megapixel camera that's built into the scanner. So you can see here what the text and everything else in the video, and how it's handling light and everything else, and it's doing a pretty good job, to be honest, going through it. It doesn't look terrible as well, and it's picking up all the this is very dark as well, the colors and everything, and it seems to be picking it up, and the frame rates, it doesn't seem to be dropping anything, and it's auto focusing as well, as you can see here, using the, so I've taken the autofocus. You've got two options on the top, on the little switch. You've got S and you've got C, so I put it to C for close. So, and as you can see here, you can actually pivot the arm down and out, so you can get really close to items as well if they're small items. Just like this is the iPhone 13 Pro, so it's not a big device, and it's also got my screen protector on and everything else, so it's quite reflective and it's still picking up really well. This is just an example of something what you can use this for. So now we're moving on to actually plugging in the scanner. So I've plugged it into my iMac, and also I've tested it on my Mac Mini. So I can plug it into the normal USB type A, and it actually came up straight away as a video capture device. I tried it on Windows 11 as well, and it came straight up. So it is literally plug and play. So again, this is what I really like about products, is that you pay for something and it actually just works. It makes things for us as the user just so much easier, instead of having to do configurations and settings and things like that. Of course, you can go into the program you're using. So in this case, I've plugged it into my Mac, and then I'm using the OBS software, so that's like video recording software. And of course you can then change what resolution you'd like. So if you'd like it 720p, 1080, or of course 4K, this goes up to 4K, and then this is what I'm actually recording it in now. So currently, as you can see here, I've got the good old Wi-Fi helper tip Acer sheet here as well, that comes with all your routers nowadays. So with what about Wi-Fi 6E and things like that. So as you can see here, this is currently with no lights on. As we said, this has a 3-stage light, and also my room is quite dark, and also outside light is terrible because it's winter in the UK, so it's very depressing and miserable. And so literally you can see here, if you had good lighting, I think in your room, you wouldn't really need the actual light here. But here's an example. So if I just switch on the light for you, so this is stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So again, it does also, you can see it's sort of auto focusing when you're doing different light. So this is just number 1 again. So as you can see, on glossy documents like this, you will get some light reflections. So that's why I always say it's very good that if you have natural light, or also if you have your room light is bright enough, then you won't really need this, so you won't have this problem. But again, if you're scanning documents and doing even overhead product shots, because don't forget this is a webcam, you're not going to be having this glare. It's only because it's quite close. This is A4 size sheet, and also it's reflecting because this is super glossy. So if we have a look at something that's not glossy but also is the document, the quick start guide that came with this product. So as you can see here, I can actually just put it on there, and there's no issues of glare or anything like that. So it depends on your situation. So again, you can see here, this is quite a tiny kind of thing, and it does autofocus as well, so it's good to see. And if you just leave it down there, again, in any software you have later on, you can zoom in or crop into the actual photo. So again, it's quite good. Again, I'm just giving the stand a bit of a tap, and you don't really notice it that much. It is, again, it's quite like a metal base to it. And then your arm. So you do also have on the top, as we said, you have a choice of, so it's currently in landscape, but you can change it all the way into a horizontal as well. So if you want to, on the actual camera lens, and basically you're just swiveling around the white little wheel on top. Again, you have exposure, and I've got it on autofocus because it seems to be doing a quite good job by itself. Again, if we just try another clearer document, again, this one is again a glossy from Asus, but it gives you an idea of how you can read the text very sharp and clear. So it's very good. We'll try a book. So again, this is just normal. This is normal books that are hanging around, or manuals. So this is the Asus router troubleshooting guide kind of thing, and user guide. So you can see here that you can actually scan the documents quite clearly on here. And again, you can also adjust. So if this is A4 size, so you'll probably see you can actually clear up. So if I just bring it up, so you can go all the way up or all the way down if you want to your best. And it is solid. The actual pivots and everything screw tight as well, so it's not an issue. And as I said, the base is solid. So I'm probably going to use this for overhead shots as well. So I think because as I said before, I normally use like my iPhone to do the overhead shots and things like that for when doing product reviews or anything on the routers. So I might start seeing if I can use this, as it seems to have got good replacement. It has a light built in as well. And again, this can be used as a webcam, so you can pivot, don't forget this up, and actually use it as your selfie webcam, so you can live stream and things like that through Twitch or YouTube or anything, or TikTok or anything social media you have, because this just is recognized as a normal video capture device, so you won't have any issues. Again, if you have any questions, then please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. And thanks for watching.